Here's another scene that we have in our studio, and these are some old boards that came from a shed that was out in the backyard on a farm, and when they tore the shed down, I grabbed the boards and then I just kind of put them here on the wall here, and there's just chip paint. It's just kind of a mess, but after shooting with them for after a year, ended up being one of our most successful backgrounds on almost every package that went out the door. In their wallets, these kids had at least one pose with this background in there. So we have our subject here, and we've pretty much figured out the angle. My camera's going to be over here, and I'm going to shoot in. So remember kind of how we talked about earlier, trying to make sure that your light's kind of working into the part of the hair so you're not making shadows across the face. And then we're going to get her just to pose a little bit, and you can see how I'm going to adjust this light to make sure that that light's in the face. When you have a subject and they're leaning on a wall or a board and you're going to light with your main light, when you aim that light, don't let all the light fall onto the board, because the board's going to be brighter than your subject, especially when this board's a little bit lighter. It's whiter, it's grayish. So as I come in with the light, I'm going to feather it off the background, watch that wall go dark and aim it at the subject and get some control and some finesse out of that light. So I'm constantly putting the light in the position, make sure it's high enough, get it on a 45-degree angle, watch the part of the hair in case they got a lot of bangs, you're putting shadows across their forehead. Once you get the light in the right spot, then you're just feathering it, aiming at your subject, let that board go dark. So we pretty much are seeing she's going to have some ability to move around there because the light's a little bit further away, spreading itself, giving a nice even light there. And we're just going to make sure that that's light's in that eye over there, and let's take a few photographs and see how this comes out. In the first photograph, we can see the results of just the fill light. Now we come in with the main light. The key to all this stuff working in a photography studio is variety. Kids are looking for variety. Variety in backgrounds, variety in your lighting, variety in your look. The whole style of your studio should be different than the other photography studios in your area. How do you do that? Well, when you send your brochure out, these kids are looking through your brochure to see all the cool different backgrounds you have. If you have a brochure that just has 3 different backgrounds on it, they're going to get bored. They're going to say there's nothing here for them. When they look on your website and they see all the different backgrounds, you're adding more variety to your looks. So when you create a set or a scene in your studio, don't have the same ones that everybody else has in your area. Or when you go to a photo convention, you buy all the same things. What do you think the photographer next door is buying all the same thing you're buying? So in our studio, we've tried to create some sets and scenes that you don't buy at the convention, so that our looks are things that we put together and we figured out how to make it ourselves. So again, come up with some variety, make your brochure with a lot of different photographs on there, and add some different things to your studio.